What's up, everybody? Fuck. What's up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video, doing another little test, so to speak. I should show you. In fact, I got me a new tripod. I gotta start going through some of this bullshit. I'll show this again, but if y'all start seeing my eyes look fucked up, it's because of this. Even though, even though I must say, fuck is that thing, man? Like, I'm just collecting shit right now. Fuck is it at? Yeah, what's up, Craig? What's up, Craig? We need to do an interview one day, Craig, the tech guy, for real. So I'm definitely a fan of technology. I might get that Samsung. Notice how this is a little bit further. I might get that Samsung Galaxy S. The S21. Huh. So even though this cost me $1 at the dollar store, and this is a light I've always had, and the thing about it is when you get lights like this, you can obviously get brighter lights that, like, those brighter lights. Like, just looking at things that you can get access to, you don't even think about. This is something I've always had, though. The light that I had on my last video was based on this. This is something I spent $20 on, and actually, this ring light, and I actually have a monopod or a tripod with it that's much better than the one I had, the one that I paid $10 for. What is that bullshit? This bullshit. Then I'm kind of taking inventory of different cameras and camcorders I've had that I've never, for lack of a better term, fucked with, because I want to look into potentially doing different camera angles for my shit. So I got that somewhere. Anyway, there's no point. That's not the point. I got other shit I just got to. But the point is, one of the things I'm definitely going to do is I believe in paying stuff forward. So, because shout out to Young Grizzly too, and I'm gonna shout him out on a couple of different videos, probably for a minute, because he let's just say he can help me get access to something I've been looking to get access to, but I've been too cheap to pay for it, and he looked out. I'm not gonna say what that is because I ain't trying to have y'all hit him up, because that's not what it is. But I definitely want to acknowledge his contribution. His contribution was a fucking $250 contribution value, and when I say that, I mean that. As far as what that would have cost me to do. So, I mean, he definitely looked out. So that's much appreciated. And a lot of the and I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of the high quality uploads you all see, that was because of Young Grizzly helping me get a hold of what I got a hold of. So I just want y'all to know that straight up. So once I start rapidly doing these uploads, that's another thing too. What he helped me get will help me rapidly do upload. Now I could technically do that with Tunes to Tube, but I really don't just want to. I don't want to just take a picture and then it's of like whatever topic and then make that like the majority of my videos. Now I may do that because that's something where I can get content out really quickly, and it's something where I can take kind of how I do my content and put it out there. But for real though, like when you start to see the high level stuff, yeah. Um. Anyway, what's up, Edward Hyde? CJM. No, it's not a GoPro. It's not a GoPro. However, what I will say is, here's the thing: GoPros are like $200 something, unless you're willing to get the older ones, and even the older ones are expensive. You can get, like, if you're looking for action cameras, there's just other cameras you can get for what we do. I don't do action shit. Like, in that sense, the most action shit I'm gonna do is work out at the gym or go, which I need to start doing more, which I'm not gonna do. I'm probably gonna go get me a Bowflex and shit because I'm not going out there around these motherfuckers. Or and I ain't like doing that in the first place anyway, especially since I'm working from home permanently. Um, I can just do that shit here and save the time. Um, Also, basketball, like shit like that is not. But as far as the walking around and stuff like that, you don't need the really, really big, expensive cameras to do that. What's up, AM1? Absolutely, AM1 videographer in the house. We need what? There's never enough videographers. No, I'm not scared of getting sick. It's not about me being scared of getting sick. Number one, it's not just about me. I'm young. I have proximity to people that are older than me. One of which is my aunt that has dementia. Another one is my mom that I have to come in contact with on a lot of basis. So it's not just about me. And one, my philosophy on it is if people want to, I believe people should have the freedom to make the choice to go outside and do what they want to do. But at the same time, that also extends to people that are, they don't really care. Like, I'm not taking that fucking vaccine. I'm not taking that vaccine to fucking travel. I'm not taking that fucking that vaccine. Mark my words. I won't say a year, but that vaccine will be out for like 6 months. Damn me, 9 months before I take it. I'm that shit is going to everybody else first, and I am in the perfect position. I'm introverted. I work from home. There's nothing. I don't. Yeah, I'm not changed. I haven't changed. My life has not changed. The only thing that's changed in my life is I had to go in the office, and now I do the same shit from the house. That's it. And I live in fucking North Carolina. So it ain't like, it's a whole bunch of shit to do like that anyway. So it ain't like I'm just uplifting my life in order to for some fucking COVID. Yeah, AM1. I mean, AM1, we agree on a lot of shit. I mean, we agree on a lot of shit. Here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you, like, fantastic. Y'all, these are not like liberal Republican political views, but I respect the people that have I'll say this. People are saying that the virus is just fake. No. But if that's what people want to believe, they can believe that. But I'm definitely not on board. I definitely believe that if people want to go to businesses, if they want to go into restaurants, if they want to be around people, that I do think that should be limited a little bit, but I don't think it should be. I'm not going to say I don't think it should be as far as it is, but I will say that I definitely respect people's right to do it. If people want to see, here's my thing. I think it's real. And my thing is this. If people want to sit here and risk it, I don't want to hear nothing come out of nobody's mouth talking about people who weren't told. But at the same time, I support people's right to go outside and risk it. People can make an intelligent decision. People know the people that they have proximity to. People, that's on them. And I'm not sitting there trying to be an asshole about it. I'm just for real. Like I do because it's different. But I also believe that people like me, that, if people have the ability to work from home and stuff like that, like my company has allowed me to do, I'm not, yeah. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to impose. See, a lot of times people are trying to impose their shit on other people. This is one of those things where it's like preference. And I believe that the preference should be protected. Yeah, of course you can be introverted in SYSBM. I mean, I would argue being introverts is not really a positive in the black community. So I would argue you're more likely to be SYSBM if you're introverted. Look, man, that's cool, Smurgo. And guess what? The real human trials are out there. So I'm not saying I'm never gonna take it, but I'll be damned. I'm gonna be one of the last 25%. What's up, soul provider? Everybody else is gonna fucking take that shit before I take it. And that's not just me. Everybody, like my immediate family is the same way. My brother is the only person, like, yeah. So ain't nobody taking that shit. It ain't even about, I'm watching this Curry game. It ain't even about a conspiracy. It's just about I don't trust that shit. That shit came out too fast. And there's a lot of people that want to take it. Good for them. Let them take it. Like, that's one thing I think that was stupid about the distribution. Anybody that wanted to take it should be allowed to take it. Because there's enough people that want to take it to not force people to take it. Craig, I'm not saying you're dumb for taking it. Kudos for you to take it. Absolutely. Because some people, they want to get out there and take it. I'm waiting. This is about preference. This isn't about saying I'm right, you're wrong. But I understand where everyone's coming from. I definitely understand that. You got a lot, I get that. And I'm of the mind that some people are just going to have to be burnt the fuck out. And when I say burnt out, I mean, you're going to have to let it burn through the population. I think that was the most effective. Now, obviously, people, yeah. Mike, only high value men get vaccinated. Well, that means I'm not a high value man. That means I'm not a high value man. I'm not like, man, I definitely respect Kevin's making it clear on what a high value man is. The same thing that what BGS did with the octane thing and what he's working on right now. Things like that need to be clear so you have anchor points so you can kind of know where we're talking from. And shout out to Kevin. Kevin, somebody needs to clip that video out. Kevin did an impassioned plea on, average, working everyday brothers. And I mean for real. He checked a sister hard, like against the wall, like a damn hockey player with that shit. So for all y'all to think, he don't believe that, he definitely made it very clear. People gonna make it clear on their time. I mean, technically, black man was president before a black woman. Even though he's not ADOS, technically you got black defense secretary. Every senator is black. I don't compare and contrast like that. Martin Luther King has his own day. Shit like that is small. Give it to her. She deserves it. Harriet Tubman deserves it. Put her on the dime. Or the 20. That's symbolic shit. That shit means nothing to me. That shit means nothing to me. I think, I'm not competing with black women that way. When I say things like, you have all these black women that are, all these black women that are in political spaces, that's more to say, look, their shit is getting heard. Ours isn't. And to the extent of the people that we have in there, we need to make sure they hear us. Like that black dude is the DNC chair. Look, we need to make sure. See, it's one thing for him not to do shit. It's another thing for us not to say shit. And that's a big lesson to Obama. People can talk shit about what Obama didn't do. I understand that. But we didn't say shit either. We didn't push hard enough. And I think that's a lesson for us. A lot of black men, and I get why, because the Obama administration was very good at silencing folks, and social media wasn't where it needed to be. But that's one thing about Biden. I'll be covering Biden news from time to time, covering what the executive branch is doing, the political branch, what's going on, because I deal with politics all the time. That's not something that's really an off switch for me. So, like, for instance, I give Biden credit for appointing the first black. It's still symbolic, but there's degrees to symbolism. I give him credit for doing the first black defense secretary. That's not a small thing, especially considered our history in the military and the armed forces. That is not a small thing. The DNC chair. I keep telling people, you wouldn't have Biden if it wasn't for South Carolina. It was just Biden is a Dixiecrat, ain't gonna let no Negro. Clyburn kind of put him on a timetable. And he kind of made that very clear with that phone call. But he also acknowledges he wouldn't be where he was if it wasn't for the black people in South Carolina. And that was kind of like something specifically for them, as that dude was a senator, was a state senator. So I mean, it is what it is. He's the president. That's it. You deal with it like that. I call balls and strikes. But at the same time, you got the transgender shit that he's pushing, that he's getting in there. You got the immigration shit. And the immigration shit fucks with a lot of people. It's not just black people that fucks with. No, so Shader, I don't believe that. But I also don't believe everybody's taking the COVID vaccine. I don't believe that Biden's taking it. I don't believe that everybody that's showing is taking it is actually that's what the fuck they're taking. I don't believe that. So that does nothing to woo me. I'm sure AM1 will be proud. AM1 be like, at least you ain't all the way stupid. And I wouldn't say I wouldn't agree to put no fucking Beyonce on the 20. That'll devalue our money. Smurgo, so I have I actually have two terms for that. You're not wrong, Smurgo, but I call that an in-demand man. The thing about high value men is something you have to understand. What swag, like you mentioned, swag, charisma, looks, the value of that currency, I call that sexual currency, that varies, or genetic currency, that shit, or social currency even. It's a combination. We'll just call that all sexual currency because it deals with acquiring, and maintaining sexual access. So I lump that under all of sexual currency. Versus economic currency is more security. That's why I separate that. The thing about the high value men, as Kevin says, what Kevin's saying is universal. That shit is across multiple different cultures, groups, and history. The other part that you're talking about, the sexual currency, the swag, charisma, and looks, that shit varies depending on what culture group you deal with. So, for instance, Latins value light skin. Somebody like me and AM1 could go there, and Xanatos Clutch could go there and clean up. I'm not saying maybe easier than dark skinned dudes would because of how their culture is. That's what's called talking about select, non-select. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. To some women, older men are not select. To some groups. To other groups, they are select because they understand that older men have money. So this is the type of, this is the type of shit people don't talk about. And I'm not talking different groups. Latins in America is not necessarily the same exact thing as Latins in Latin America. So my point is, select and non-select doesn't mean alpha and beta. It never did. That's what people in the manosphere basically twisted it to. It meant, depending on what environment you're in, which are the traits for that particular group that are valued amongst the men. And everything is not the same. What white people value is not exact same what black people value. You could say select and non-select women. The black woman body type is not select. I'm talking about in shape, bigger ass, bigger breasts, hourglass ratio. That is not select amongst white men. When you look at the type of black women white men will deal with, they tend to be very slender, very attractive faces, maybe more white looking features, and be more slender. A white man is more likely to deal with a black woman that doesn't have really an ass like that than a black man is. Not really an ass, really slender, but kind of like Iman, but prettier face. White man's more likely to deal. I won't say more likely to deal with that, but they're more likely to deal with that than any other body type. That's a select type for them. It doesn't mean one is better and not. We apply things through these filters of better, not better, versus saying certain groups. It's just like message market match. My audience is not going to be the same audience as somebody else's. Take Love Dorsey, for example. Love Dorsey is not, what's up, Jesse? Need to hit you up. I hope you got that. I emailed you that Carl sent. Love Dorsey's market is not gonna, y'all are not her market. So she will turn, she can be polarizing in a sense where she can turn a lot of people off, but for the market she needs to reach, she can reach a market uniquely that a lot of other people can't reach, and that's her value. Just like O'Shea. O'Shea kind of has a way of dealing with a lot of different people. So you have to look at that. And it's the same thing with attraction a little bit. The problem is, obviously attraction becomes very personal because it becomes validation. But you have to, so that's what select non-select meant. Select non-select never meant alpha or beta. Never meant that. And too many people ran with that shit. But going back to the looks thing, the reason why the high value men is not looked at for sexual currency, because that varies. That varies. There's some similarities, but that varies. The economics is pretty universal. It's just in the black community, motherfuckers got it twisted. And black women try to see white women try to get sex after they secure the quote unquote bag. Black women try to secure the bag after they wrote the cock carousel. Now white women do it too, but it's more called out in the white community. Black women can believe they can get to 45 years old, damn me 50, and still do that shit. Versus white women, no. Once they start approaching 30, it's time's up. This is why Tommy Lauren, being 27 years old, did that video. You would never see a black woman really do that video like that at that age. Well, yeah, $13. I see you're a new commenter. I appreciate it. Well, nobody else is talking about the gynocracy. Make sure y'all get them likes up. The reason why I talk about the gynocracy is not because I'm trying to say woe is me. It's not like white supremacy. You can't do anything. It's that if you see something very clearly, then it becomes much more easier to navigate through it. It becomes much more easier to navigate through it. You have a much more intuitiveness as to how you deal with it because you know what you're dealing with. Like, for instance, I can deal with a lot of black women asexually from a business perspective because we know how black women are when it comes to potentially business. A lot of those alpha traits can work with business, but they just don't work in relationships. So when they talk about that partner shit, I'm like, look, man, I'm not gonna be a partner, but I'll definitely work with you. But if you got some sense, but when it comes to, because those alpha traits can be useful when it comes to business, but when it comes to relationships, not so much. So understanding these nuances and dynamics, it simplifies it. And see, it also simplifies the fact that a lot of black men truly don't believe they're in a gynocracy. They don't understand this. And this actually explains a lot of what gets black men in trouble. It's like, and I'm glad you brought that up. Because there's a video I'm going to do called Blue Pill versus Game Goofy. And it's amazing how we have this vocabulary called the English language. And you can give something damn me has the same meaning, but you just switch up a word or two, and all of a sudden dudes that would otherwise not accept it would all of a sudden accept it. Game Goofy and being Blue Pill is generally the exact fucking same thing. It's almost a hair splitting difference. Versus the Blue Pill world kind of has to exist. And that's more if the contract is working as it's supposed to. But when the contract is not working or is not so social, there's no social contract, then being Blue Pill can generally be associated with being Game Goofy. So a lot of people that like to talk about, oh, what about the fucking pills and all? No. It's being Game Goofy. So when you look at a lot of things that fuck up a lot of black men, like Jada Black just did that video of a dude that he waited 10 years. He was friends with a bitch for 10 years. And let me be clear here. There are women that I've dated that are married that I'm not going to lie. A couple of them I probably would have married. And guess what? I'm still cool with them. But guess what? I talk to them like once a year. And that may be on Facebook. On a phone call. They're married. They live their lives. We had a great time when we were in high school, a little bit in college, but they live their lives. They got kids. They're still married to the same people. It's good. They're on Facebook, message me every once in a long while. That's it. You move on. You evolve. I ain't got no bitches. I've been around like consistently around 10 years and ain't no money or economics behind that shit. Well, asexual is not a bad thing. What that means, and I'm not even saying every woman, I'm saying like black men, you got to be in a mode where you keep it straight business. And black men have a thing about that because it's like they almost see that as being gay. And I'm like, no, dude, it's like I've learned in corporate America real quick. There's consequences to you playing that game. And these women can switch up on you at any given moment, and they can make it like me. If anything, post Me Too, y'all should understand exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that you approach women asexually. I'm saying that in certain situations, sex shouldn't even be in the atmosphere. Like for instance, I don't there's black women I fucked on the job after they quit. And I may have set up a situation for when that happened, but I'd be damned if I did that, especially when I was in a managerial position, because they weren't going to have that ability hold on me. And I've seen too many managers, black dudes and white dudes, get fired for that shit. This is pre Me Too. This is way pre Me Too. Some of this shit is pre 2010. But see, it's like people don't think about that shit until it gets them gets at them. Smirgo said SWP basically said most high value men are just educated lames with money. I agree with him with them. The way those women, you know what? Fuck SWP for that educated lame argument. I'm actually glad he kind of faded the black, if for nothing else, than that fucking phrase. I can't stand that shit. Let me be very clear here. Sergeant Peter lives in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a very hyper masculated city. Even the women are hyper masculated. Philly, I got respect for black folks in Philly, but black folks in Philly, yeah, I know Donovan Sharp, George Macon, Obsidian, all out of there can be on some very stupid shit sometimes. The reality is Philadelphia is like its own fucking ecosystem. So a lot of the shit that they say, you almost have to take a grain of salt in their own little fucking world. Just like certain shit, like when Californians allow Hispanics to call them nigga, you got to kind of put that in that box. That, okay, that's some stupid shit y'all on over there. Fine. So when SWP says shit when it comes to educated lames, SWP comes from a fucking gynocentric household where his mom dominated the household. He comes from, and like, shout out to his dad. His dad was probably a good dude, but his dad bent the knee. And maybe he did that to keep the family together. I'm the who am I to judge that? But at the end of the day, that that's what he did. So when SWP says stupid shit like that, no, high value men are not necessarily fucking educated lame. That's just the niggas he deals with. I'll say that. High value men are not necessarily educated. Like, we got to stop putting people in this binary Pookie and Ray and educated lames. I want y'all to understand something. When you buy into that, you are allowing women to dictate to you who a man is. And I'm going to say this. Remember, like, geekdom shit used to be you were a pipsqueak. Even though black men were watching Dragon Ball Z on the low and that shit starting to come out, look at how that's dominating our society today with the MCU. Look at how many people that were nerds back then is actually getting money off of these channels. Older dudes. And then younger dudes, that's just how shit was. So women don't dominate really what is. Men have kind of ceded that to them, and men like SWP is one of these dudes. And a big part that informs that is the fact that he's dealing with hyper-masculinated females in Philadelphia. So that's the environment by which he was forged. I don't care if he was raised in the suburbs or not. He's pretty much one of these kind of corny dudes that probably grew up around in the suburbs around white people. I know because I grew up around black people and white people as well. And how that has informed his worldview. As a younger dude, I would not recommend you listen to him. There's better dudes to listen to. SWP is very good for Red Pill 101. He was at one point. There's just better information out there than what he's produced. We've evolved past really SWP like that. So his world is really predicated on that. So you have to take what SWP says with a grain of salt and understand his environment. The black women he's dealing with are some of the most hyper-masculated black women in the United States of America. Very few black men are dealing with black women that are as hyper. And shout out to Naima. I know all black women in Philly are not like that. But Naima knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Exactly. And one ain't no way to know. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second that all of them are taking that shit. You got to send me that link to Glorious. I'm not aware of that. I would definitely cover that though. About the red pill talking points. Put that on there. Put that in the comment section. White women get off the cock carousel in time. Nah, no, they don't. No, they don't. Don't no. Don't try that, shame bitches. No, they don't. White women are just the difference is white women are smarter about it because white women been in an environment where there's actual social consequences to them being game goofy. Black women have basically been able to kick their feet on the table, just operate the way they operate, and there's no consequences. Edward out here smashing dudes right now. I don't dirty Mac. I don't dirty Mac. It's too much pussy out here to be dirty macking. Man, please, how many of these bitches are actually married? The fuck I need to risk fucking bitches niggas motherfuckers wife for. And most of these bitches ain't even married like that. Never dip your pen in the company. Absolutely, Art of Fork. And two, and I've seen black men that really were accelerating fuck up because of that. And they let a dirty bitch take them out. And I'm like, nigga, you know you can't fire her, right? You better transfer her ass first. No, man, it's all good. And then when the shit happened, they want to fucking like cry. I'm like, nigga, shut the. And this is before any of this red pill shit. I was always like this. You know how many a bitch one time actually, I thought you were, you were gay. What? Because bitch, because I'm not. What? Because I don't want you. Because I'm not walking up in here thirsting for you fucking bitches. And I said it just like that. And I said, I dare you go to the. What do you mean? I said, I ain't call you a bitch, but go to HR, and then we'll go and talk about how you just called me gay. You better recognize. No, I think SWP is a doctor. Cause why wouldn't he be? He don't put content. He put some content out there, but like that shit that he said about the older men, I'm like, nigga, that's some gynocentric shit. Shut the fuck up. Like for real. Yeah, man. I don't like the fact, a 45-year-old, that just sounds weird to me. Nigga, Latins do it all the time. Like that's only in black Ado's black culture. That's weird. Like, do you understand what the fucking laws are? Go look up your laws, your state laws. They're just now changing that shit. Africans, same thing. The fuck you talking about? That's only us. And you would think he would understand the difference. Thugs are watching DBZ. So don't let them try to, tell you what some shit is. Exactly, Carl. Yeah. SWP, Donovan, Obsidian, George Macon. That's just the people in this fucking space. Just like I'm in North Carolina, Angry Man's in North Carolina, C Boogie is in North Carolina, Jada Black is in South Carolina, Artie Igmore is in North Carolina, and some of us are a lot closer than I'm even gonna reveal. Like some man, nigga, please. Some of us are fucking literally a 10-minute drive away from each other. And I mean that shit. Like you have no idea how the proximity some of us have towards each other. That's why when people talk about that catch a flight shit, I take that shit very seriously. Cause I am not that I'm scared, but I'm not dealing with that bullshit. I got other shit. Watching yeah, I getting you force my hand. That shit was funny with battle rapping. Yeah, love Dora. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. As a younger dude, and plus she's in music, so I know how you are with rappers, which is cool. But yeah, man, she's some. If you're gonna have somebody in your ear, she's somebody that I would actually say that's good. Her plus this, because at the very least, women and even hood women are capable of having some common fucking sense. So it really, and the way she checks, honestly, listening to her can be very therapeutic because the way she checks, it's like listening to Minister Jack. Listen to a female check these bitches like Minister Jap, and seeing them getting their feeling, it lets you know you're not crazy. Because sometimes when you're dealing with, if you're younger and you hearing a whole bunch of dudes say shit and it's just our side, it kind of makes you maybe there's like something we're leaving out. But when you hear it from that side, and you even hear when she kind of the stuff that she even says when it comes to dudes, which is the same shit we say, you like, okay, I'm in, this is the right alignment. Yes, he is in the medical field, Carl. He's been he should be a doctor by now, actually. Carl. Smurgo, since Love Durst is a black woman, her videos won't get taken down. No, it won't. And my thing is, rather than wasting time arguing with these chicks, you just share her shit. Because the thing is, ain't nothing that'll hurt. You see how these women went at Rebecca Lynn Pope. And Love Dorsey's all about the smoke. You see how they went after Rebecca Lynn Pope because they take that shit seriously when women say it. Because it makes them look goofy as fuck. Love Dorsey's all about that smoke. She don't give a fuck. All you gonna do is make her grow. And you see how she said she from the projects, Tampa Bay. Shout out to the Buccaneers. I'm sure they're gonna be talking mad shit, especially since it's in their stadium. You can't say shit. She do charity stuff. You can't say shit. You got an issue with a tattoo? Fuck you. You got an issue how she sound? Fuck you. That's what she says. She's very she reminds me of O'Shea in that way of people that are very comfortable with who they are. She's married to a black dude. So I mean, as BGS says, she's not even 87, she's 85. Living her best life. She says she's made mistakes, she grew. I know a lot of women like that in the direct sales industry. Remember when I showed Platinum Stormy Stormy? Yeah. So at the end of the day, the truth is universal. The truth is universal. Yeah. And I'm gonna start doing a lot of reactions to some of her videos. I'm gonna clip them out and get some good clips. Because my thing is this: if she's not on YouTube, so I mean, as long as you give people the credit, you're good. And the thing about it is, see, people, oh man, you supporting a woman. No, I'm supporting the truth. And the reality is that shit actually benefits us. Because the main thing that people use to target us is to say we're gender warring with women and we just hate black women or attacking it. So things that we do should be done to service us, proving that that's not true. Because that's actually what limits our ability to grow. B, you for real? You lying. B, shut up. You lying. That ain't true. That ain't true. Don't tell me that's true. That ain't true. Look, man, I support Kevin Samuels. I'm not going to say he's my boy, but Kevin Samuels is a sales guy. So I got respect for what he's doing. There's definitely things I can identify with him from that perspective. You know, and I definitely support what he's doing. Nobody's perfect. You'd be surprised how many YouTubers are in Raleigh, Smurgo. It's more than you would think, especially in this space. And like I said, Jada Black is in South Carolina. So. I mean, I'll tell you, I mean, I'm well, no, I ain't about to do that. Because it's too easy to find that location. Yeah. I mean, I don't like honestly, she's probably one of the best that I've found. And I've been looking at women as far as her case, like as far as like, and you can tell a lot of shit she's saying is just off the dome. It's not like she's sitting here like trying to figure out what the fuck to say. This is why when people say the shit they say about Jessica is bullshit. Cause I'm like, okay, so let me show you somebody you can see what they look like. And shout out to Platinum. But you see how, and to be fair, Marcus had kind of like a visceral reaction too, but he got over it. But you see how Platinum reacted to it. So, you know, I hope that shows you how consistent I am. Oh, but Jessica X, she just light skinned. Well, shit, she's not even the main person I listen to. Most of the chicks I've shown y'all motherfuckers have been dark or darker. So anyway, I just wanted to say what's up. You know, I could talk about the Satan Center bullshit. I've been talking about that. You know, at the end of the day, man, um, yeah, that dude is a problem. That's all I'm gonna say. And the reason why I said the purge is because, truth be told, there needs to be a purge in the manosphere. We got a lot of anti-manosphere dudes. We got a lot of dudes that's people can have their opinions, but like this shit that some of these motherfuckers with fuck facts is just, I'm just gonna slander shit. Fuck all that shit. Motherfuckers need to stop tolerating that. But B, I'm gonna check out what you said about the T.I.'s podcast. Cause that shit, nigga, do you understand? Like, he's already at 325, man. This nigga gonna be at like a million by the end of the year. That's why I'm gonna keep it real with you. One of the things I'm low key said, let me go ahead and try to put my channel in position to grow. So the bigger you are, the more shit. Because O'Shea's growing pretty solidly. And the thing about it is, who knows what O'Shea's going to do when it comes to he gets his doctor shit. But anyway, it's an exciting time. Don't let the beat. Let me tell you something. I'm over there on O'Shea shit supporting O'Shea. So I'm not going to act like I'm not engaged in nothing at all. But don't let keep your eyes on the prize. This shit is about growth. Fuck Satan the Center. Fuck all these niggas. I'm not playing a beef game. Fuck these niggas. I appreciate O'Shea for handling that shit because it needs to be handled. And the thing of it needs to be handled. It's only certain people that can really handle that. They're at the level they can do it. Some people, their business is just wired a certain way. They can't go after it. And that nigga, like I saw that video on Roll of Tape where he had Stephens Cole, AMS, all of them. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit did kind of look kind of goofy with all of them all muscle bound and shit trying to talk game. Like that is some new shit that niggas are doing, getting in the gym and then calling that game. But truth be told, you ain't gotta have a lot of game. There's a difference between game to not fuck up when a woman has already pre-selected you. And even SWP said that, to be fair, SWP said that part of like he's got the mindset of an educated lane, but because he's like 6 foot something and he works out, black women are not looking at him like that. So it's kind of like, so I'll give him that. But yeah, man. That shit do be looking goofy, all them muscle bound Negroes talking. And look, I ain't hating on them, but it's like, yeah, man, you gotta have game, you gotta have this, you gotta have it. No, y'all pre-qualified. And kudos to y'all for putting in the work to get to that level. I think Stephens Cole's got one of the better channels, especially if you're a younger guy. He definitely has a really good channel that's kind of like, I believe between Stephens Cole, BGS, and Glendon Cameron, you really got everything you need. I'd say if you want to add O'Shea in there for entertainment value, and there's obviously a lot of other YouTubers, me included, but you got everything you need with those four. You got kind of the background stuff, the geopolitical stuff, you got the business and sales stuff, you got the workout and kind of red pill, and then you've got O'Shea entertainment, and then obviously the Hall of Game and stuff. You got all that stuff. Bitch ass nigga. You got a nigga running around here fucking that Edward Anderson Jr. bullshit. Y'all some bitches, man. I swear y'all some bitches. Exactly, man. And the thing about it, that's one of the biggest things about black people that leave the hood. We don't network enough together. Nigga, you a token too. You just don't know it yet. Like, and look, I don't got no issue with SWP. It's just shit like that. It's like, damn, you ain't never grew up out of that shit, man, for real. I mean, he should be by now. Yeah. I didn't know how the beast is in Raleigh. You'd be surprised who comes out of Raleigh. You would. Yeah, I mean, he can do that. I mean, but that's stupid. The thing about it is, older men don't have an artificial advantage in the sexual marketplace anyway. Like dudes like Glenn and Cameron, them, they gotta really. It's not about the money. They gotta actually have the physical, because you know how these bitches are. These bitches are not fucking these niggas. Some of them will, but they're not consistently fucking these dudes. If they do, if the body ain't on point. So don't let them, but like, so it ain't like them niggas can be old, and it ain't like white people where they can just trick their way. That's not how it works in the black community, and we all know that. So whatever. Yep, that's true. B. Yeah, you're right. B. Good for you. I don't expect everybody to like people. That's why I offer you alternatives. No, people want to believe it. Kill dudes. That's the problem. Yep, they are in the AM. People want to believe it because that's how much people don't like O'Shea. And my thing is, as much as I don't like certain people, I mean, I'm not gonna believe something just to believe it. I mean, I'm telling you right now, Kevin, they picked the right one. Kevin is definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin's on a TV show sooner or later, a reality show. Because when I look, I'm not trying to say it's Cardi B, but when you saw the rise of Cardi B rose through Instagram, via World Star Hip Hop, and that's how she got her show, and that's how she blew up. Obviously, Kevin's not gonna blow, will go up like to that level, but there's levels to it, and Kevin is working the right demographics. Kevin is working the right demographics, and I think he had the right background that can kind of validate somebody put money in. I did, and it was good trailer. I'm gonna start doing. I definitely want. Again, I got other stuff to do, so I don't want to start doing a whole bunch of videos. But I can probably output about 15, 21 videos a week. It's just a matter of I don't want to start up a whole bunch of channels like that. But at the same time, I understand if I do a reaction video to King Kong and shit, that might attract a certain type of audience. So I don't just want this channel to be like everything I'm just dumping on it. But yeah, but I do want to do a podcast talking about media. But like it's just yeah, I need to free up time to do that. I don't think that's gonna happen because the problem with Steve Harvey, see the thing about it is Kevin can work for reality TV because Kevin there's a certain realism that Kevin's gonna have to deal with because that's where his appeal comes from. And Steve Harvey, certain people can't just be a part of that conversation because of what their brand is. But you never know. Shit, that'd be a million views. That wouldn't be 100,000 views. Everybody would see that. Oh, I love that. Um like Keisha Cole versus Ashanti. Yeah, that would. But the thing about it is, I mean, the realest video uh Derek Jackson ever did was that poverty penis video. And that was I like kids political content, but bro, why keep coming for Manosphere? I can't wait to see your channel grow. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the $5. I mean, if you talk about Kid Organic had a channel, and something he did, he fucked it up, and he wasn't able to grow it back. And then he's had this hatred ever since. My thing is, at some point, going at the Manosphere is not going to get you. Going at the Manosphere is going to help you. Is not going to help you grow. It's just not. I mean, even me, like, and a lot of the stuff that once I start to, develop the channel and you see the growth, understand something. I'm not gonna just hoard that information. I'm gonna give out that knowledge. Now, who I give it to may be select, but at first, but I'm definitely going to put it out there because the goal is to help the community grow. Because the bigger the community grows, the stronger, the more control we have over what the community does. You know, one of the solutions to you all, a lot of you all being upset about women coming in, is to have a much more bigger market of men in here. So we need to increase the number of black men. But you all have to understand that the more black men you bring in, I'm not saying we gotta bring in blue pill motherfuckers, but everybody's not gonna be on the same page with that. And we need to start expanding to more niches. This is all the red pill shit will always be there, and it's gonna be, think of the red pill space as like this star, and then solar system rotates around it. It may not be the biggest celestial body in the system, but it's still the most important. And then everything else has its purpose. I can see Kevin be on The View. With the daughter like Lori Harvey, he ain't got no choice but to be, no, he don't. You know, Steve Harvey, like, please. That's on him. And you know what? Lori Harvey, let me tell you something. Lori Harvey's attractive. She's beautiful. She ain't getting pregnant. I mean, it is what it is. Let's not act like if she don't get pregnant, then she ain't gonna be nobody waiting to pick her up at the end of that rainbow. I mean, shit, Megan Good thotted it up. The body count has not been what black men been complaining about. It's the kids. No Jumper podcast is huge. Okay, so he's saying this now. Wow. Yo. Yeah, Kevin, dude, if he's getting shit like that, because you got to think, dudes and people are going to be doing so, you got to think, the thing about Kevin is different, is Kevin's like a damn meteor that's got all of that, like, tail space. It's so many people that are now incentivized to do videos on him for views, women as well as men, haters as well as supporters. Like, everything he does gets boosted. And trust me, World Star will be, I wouldn't be surprised if the Shade Room try to put him out there. Because you got to understand, one thing that Kevin has that a lot of these people don't have, that's not like celebrities, is Kevin can create a conversation. Do you see his videos? His comments are out of control for even the views that he gets. I've seen this shit be up there for 3 hours and it be 700 something videos. People look for shit like that. So it doesn't matter. Once you're actually on and they know you ignoring you ain't gonna do shit, and one person like World Star breaks that glass, then everybody else is just gonna be operating in a different way. And this is what Ramil was talking about. And you're damn right. We should be in his comment. We should be in his search more than anybody else. Like, real talk, I gained like 100 subscribers easily in a week just off of making videos with his title in it. And I can make videos without putting his title in it, and then it's just be in the tags. So you better believe that, like, I'll probably keep a video in Kevin Samuel's search engine. That's one of the keys to growing on YouTube. A lot of people don't understand. Yep, Lori Harvey is. And Lori Harvey has that look to where I could see her on like Revlon or something. I'm not mad at her. Y'all need to check out that. I'm gonna end this video now. That's how it is sometimes, B. AMS had a meteoric rise, but AMS don't even do all of that. So yeah, man. So, people better get positioned where they can. Like, for real. And you got to remember, Kevin is a part of the 7, I believe, or at least he's an affiliate of them. So they're going to be in, like, Donovan Sharp is going to be in extreme position to benefit from what he's doing too. There's a business side to YouTube as well, and I get that we use YouTube as a social media network, and I understand that, but there's different ways, to create clubhouses and shit. There's different ways of accomplishing that. And my thing is, I ain't trying. I'm not a hater. So when I see dudes like that get successful, that incentivizes me to do more, and that makes me happy because I care about this stuff being put out there. Remember Dennis Sperling. Is another dude is advocating for Kevin. He's in, and you can forget Dennis Sperling has local TV shows in Houston and stuff, dude. And like these academics, there's the highway, and there's the kind of street side of it, and and people being on the street side, there's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people that talk about mics and stuff, they're starting to have more and more of a point. But the reality is, you have to meet people where they are, and I do agree with Fantastic. The way they went about doing it is not really the proper way. That's like the way that you do. This is a monopod. And this thing goes up, like up. This thing goes very far up. Very far up. There's a way to do shit. There's a way to do shit. That's all I got to say. And I'm not saying they did it wrong. It's not about right or wrong. It's about a way to do it that's more effective. And something like increasing that's a campaign. You got to be saying, we're going to do this over the course of a year. We're going to advocate for it. We're going to see what do people need? What is kind of keeping people from doing that? What are the benefits of doing it? Shit like that. Yeah, I can't wait for Dr. Tommy Curry to get more involved in this. Because here's the thing. It's going to be a beautiful thing. He is. It is. And people see those analytics. Like, do you understand how hard you got to think of what he's doing, who he is and what he's doing. And it's not just about the 15K. Because I would be watching Kevin right now. I appreciate y'all watching me. And I'm about to end it. It's about the demographic. Anybody that can pull that many black women like that, it don't matter. Gay, straight, whatever. They're going to find a way to put you, because that's the prime demographic. That is the prime social media demographic. All views are not equal when it comes to social media, YouTube pay and everything. That is the prime demographic. I'm telling you, he will be on Breakfast Club sooner or later. That's why when Corey Holcomb made that kind of little dig that he made, that wasn't smart. He can try to hide behind jokes, but Corey Holcomb has been, look, I fuck with Corey Holcomb heavy, but Corey Holcomb needs to kind of sit down for a second because he's been taking L's. And people ain't kind of allowing him to kind of hide behind it's just comedy. No, he's not the biggest. No, I won't say he's the biggest. I won't say that. Because you got to understand, Russell Wilson is 44 years younger than Sierra. So even if Sierra decides to try to take half and get on the cock carousel, to be honest with you, Sierra ain't gonna be able to do as good as Russell Wilson. She'll be a slide through, and that's all she'll ever be. But when she let's get hooked in again, that's when you see what they really did. No, I didn't see that. And by the way, shout out to Ty City and Minister Jap as well. Shout out to Ty City and Minister Jap. Ty City is definitely a good dude. Got good content. Shout out to that. That's good. Ty City needs to stop talking about the change in the manosphere though. I'm getting tired of that. Because real talk, Jap does fuck with Kevin. Which I found that, also, remember what I told you all a couple months ago? I said Keratin would regret what she did. Kevin, here's the thing, and that annoyed the fuck out of me, but Kevin legit gave an honest olive branch to Keratin. I remember that conversation. Well, it don't matter what you did or what your reputation is. You're talking to me, which I get it. I get why he did that as a man. And basically, by him doing that, he proved who Keratin was once again. And look how goofy Jason Black didn't have to do what he ended up doing. That didn't make sense. But it is what it is. Um, all these females, Rebecca Lynn Pope, Kevin was bigging her up. And what did Rebecca do? Why? Because some bitches are crying. And that's exactly what Nicole Michelle did. They bent the knee. Just like this light-skinned chick did this fucking light-skinned song, this Hispanic chick, and she want to bend the fucking knee. Y'all go get over bending the knees because these bitches are upset. And now look at you. All of these motherfuckers look goofy as hell. They all do. And trust and believe, I ain't gonna say there's gonna be channels to blow up like Kevin, but you're gonna start getting more channels creep past the 50K route, the 100K route, the viewership, strong viewership route. She did. And the thing about it is that shit was so unnecessary. And Kerrison knows it. That's why Kerrison had that black dude up there, the CEO, and she talk about she divested while not divesting. And she know how goofy that looks. And then that dude gonna say some stupid shit like, yeah, dudes on YouTube, we take care of our families. Nigga, fuck you. Dennis Burnley's a millionaire attorney. Fuck you, nigga. What you call it is a goddamn academic. YouTube is a medium, nothing more. Nigga, what the fuck you doing on cares and shit? Like, for real, Lawrence looking ass motherfucker. You know how many motherfuckers on YouTube that's got more money than that nigga? Like I'm in the digital marketing space. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, for real. It takes a real man. It takes a real bitch. For real man is a cuck. Notice how whenever they talk about what a real man is, they start talking. The next sentence is some cuckoldry that comes after it. No, I'm not. Okay, so this is my mindset on that. First of all, I've been known to drag, like, I like Latin chicks, but I've been known to drag the fuck out of Latin chicks to try to play the colorism card. Here's the thing. This chick, and I'm gonna tell you, the baby's mother is actually very attractive. So that is somebody that that he's sliding through. You know, because she's in a situation where she probably getting paid enough, she getting just enough to not blow the situation up, and you could probably tell she legit likes to do. And so it's anybody, she's always going to be a threat because when you have a kid with somebody, there's a reason why motherfuckers do that shit, right? So she made that song, and just the way the song was worded, she worded in such a way where it did nothing but guarantee you was gonna take heat. And the reality is, Jada Black said any publicity is good publicity, and that might be true. Because the truth is, there's a large market for Latin women that feel the way she feels, and she can grow. She could grow, but she's got to play that smart. Oh God. Nah, I mean the 40D challenge. So every year, remember the 40D challenge, Hot Girl Summer, the Busted, and it ain't just black women doing it, it's white women. They all doing it on TikTok. No, a lot of Latins ain't scared of black women. You're gonna see that more and more and more. And O'Shea said it right. Black women are gonna have to compete. They just are. All right, y'all. It's been real. I appreciate y'all showing up. I appreciate the super chats. Make sure y'all support via Cash App at $ Allen 100K. Again, shout out to Young Grizzly. Shout out to Hunter for the $100 he gave a couple days ago. Shout out, yeah. So I'm gonna definitely start, putting y'all up there for a month when y'all do the 100. and make sure, you know, people say like these channels, these videos, or like doing a little clip, like it'll be really almost blink if you miss it. But these, in fact, what I'll probably do is do it in the description, saying that these channels are sponsored by, you know, these people, because that is appreciated. Yeah, absolutely. And with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.